Yo, what's up? It's Mikey Rocks.
Chuck English.
We are the Cool Kids live at Mass Appeal.
I have like a Rolodex of musicians that I kind of like creating things with on top of the stuff that I create, but as I mature as a producer, I just basically create a template, and you know, the people I come across happen to be extremely talented at what they do, so you know, us making it together creates a whole nother sound. And I didn't want to pay attention to nothing that we've done prior as a base on what to do now. Like, we saw what we wanted it to look like the cover, all that shit, and we just worked backwards. And it was like, let's make the best album we can make. Let's not make what we think people want us to make, or just make some shit to hold people over till we get more to make another album or have access to more people to work with features, because it ain't really about that with us. It's a lot that can be done if you know how to play collaborations right. A lot of people just, let me throw so-and-so on here so I can make a run, get a couple spins. I'm telling you, people just use this shit like an ATM. It's cool, but it's like, we see you. You know what I mean? And it don't make it seem like you want to be here too long.
Some collabs are definitely sloppy, and there's a way to rush them and to like just try to over-predictably pick your features and just like, I want this to be the smash hit for the ladies, so let me get the ladies, man, and make them do a ladies beat and a ladies song for the ladies. And then it's like, a lot of times those fall short because it's like, it's just too perfect sometimes, and it just sounds like the last person that tried to do that, especially when it's like a hot new hook man out or something, or a hot new, you know, a hot new verse guy, and everybody kind of just pulls him and makes him do the same
clout
thing.
songs. Outkast shaped probably who I am 27%. I have the 100% of my life, and that's a big chunk. That's like more than you pay, like, that's more than taxes, you know what I'm saying? EPMD right after that, because you Got to Chill changed my life too. First time I saw that video, I snapped. Audio 2, Crisscross, Mobb Deep, Philly's Most Wanted, and the Clips. Philly's Most Wanted is extra underrated.
It was slept on, man. There's like, I bet, I might be wrong, but something makes me feel like they were like the experiment for the Clips. It's a personality thing where a lot of people, you know, especially rappers and stuff, like, it's hard to be in a group because you got an ego, man. And you got like a lot of people in your ear saying this and that. When we make a lot of stuff, I'm writing it to make him be like, oh shit, that's crazy. And he's doing the same for me. Like, we don't really think about the whole world at that point yet, because if you try to think about, you know, tons of different people, that's too much to like think about. It's too many personalities, and I figure it's way easier for us to just try to impress each other first, and that's the main thing. And I think any great duo is kind of working in that aspect.
When you're in a duo and you wanted to stick, both your brains gotta have that man that speaks like, oh man, what's he gonna feel like? Like, think about what he's gonna feel like before you do that shit, or you gonna look stupid, or you know what I'm saying? Or he might just let that shit go, but he's still gonna be like, oh, you a bitch ass nigga for that. That's worse than being mad right then. Putting you a bitch ass nigga like notes in your head if you supposed to work with somebody, because that creates the worst tension in the world, is that passive aggressive, like, I ain't gonna say shit because we got a show, but nigga, fuck you, you know what I'm saying?
We were both doing solo stuff, and with us as a group, people just love seeing us together a lot, you know, and although people love seeing our solo stuff as well, like, they would just always be like, yo, this is, okay, yeah, this is cool, but like, cool kids. I'm like, yo, just focus on this, man. Like, we doing this right now. Like, just focus on this for 2 seconds, man. And then I was like, how do I get everybody to just watch this, what I'm doing right now, and stop asking me about the cool kids? So I was like, we're never getting back together, and fuck you guys, so fuck it. And then, you know, did that, and obviously it had quite a response, you know, from the people and, you know, other publications and shit. So I felt like, you know, mission complete. I got that, you know, attention I was looking for.
We had trolling intentions because it was as annoying as it was creative to kind of like, you know, take things off the table for a little bit, see if it was really appreciated like people said, because it didn't feel the same way to us. And we wanted it to be fun. So if we were to create our own world on our own, if we could accomplish that, by the time we get back together, you know, the people who know will understand how heavy that is.
It was never really a time where, you know, he didn't know what I was doing or I didn't know what he was doing, pretty much.
You know, personally, I don't think you want to go through the shit that we were going through together. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's individual, personal shit happening to him, happening to me, us looking for the same money that we earned that we both can't find. So it's not like he did something to me, I did something to him. How we really came back together was one time I was on mushrooms and I was at the crib and I had an epiphany and I was watching old Rap City videos because sometimes I just like to go in this little time warp when I'm, you know what I'm saying, tripping on mushrooms. I watched this Raekwon and Ghostface freestyle from Rap City in 2000. And Ghostface had this iceberg jacket on with Snoopy on it. And Ray had this crazy ass fit. And he was rapping this, squatting on the toilet. And Ghost didn't even say shit. He was just dancing. He was doing all Ray's arm movements. And I sent it to him and I'm like, who is that? I was like, they left that for us. That was like a time capsule. Because when we rap in the studio, that's how it be. If he'll come, it'll be times, it'll be like, we about to go get some food at a hotel on tour somewhere with nothing else to do. This motherfucker come to the hotel lobby dressed in full. Be like, where you going, dog? You like, I'm just getting dressed. I go upstairs and change my shoes real quick. You know what I mean? Like that like camaraderie back and forth between them two was like why we still be like, yeah, man, we gotta bring that back. We gotta do that.
I was still in high school when we first met, and he was
finishing up college.
At my high school, I had been like the rapper at my high school. You feel me? Like I was really good at that point, and especially at my high school and in that small ecosystem, like that's all you know. So I was like the rapper, and I was like, yeah, it's lit. Like I'm the best. Like it's tight. And then to get out of that small circle and go into a bigger pond, I was like, oh shit, okay, there's some shit going on. Let me get a little bit more polished. Let me figure out what am I bringing to the table. What's my angle?
We were gonna make beats together. I didn't know he rapped till he came to my crib for the first time, and he was about to leave. So it was like we would have missed that whole little situation if I wasn't like, hey, didn't you say you rapped? And then I played some crazy ass beat I just made and put on CD, and I put it on and his eyes lit up and he just went crazy. And I was like, oh shit, we could do this. Cause at the time it was like, if you were smart being a young kid in Chicago making beats, you'd be better off making beats with a team of people. We came up with the do it on your own, so we might as well just stick to it. And with what I know and through the people I know and who we can hire as independents, it's like I've been running my own label for the past 4.5 years pretty much. So it's just apply that to us. You know, like everybody I know that was working separate on like, oh, you doing web over here, apply that to us. Now we have a label. Like I know how labels work. So it's like, why would I go and let you get this, you know, conditional 35% of all my shit? And it's like, I know that nobody's gonna work harder on my shit than me. So it's one of those things. We're in the future, man. You don't need a label. Now, if one comes along and makes a deal and it's like, sweet, I ain't gonna say no, but it's gotta be like, what can you do for me that I can't do for myself?